Hello. I would like to remind you once again that a tight first round, the initial tightening of the tourniquet on the limb, is the main condition for the efficiency of any life-saving tool. This is a condition for ensuring the functioning of the instrument within a certain range and a guarantee that the product will fulfill its main task, stopping the blood supply to the injured limb. I have already described the working range of a hemostatic tourniquet and, in general, how an adequate life-saving tool works. In the description below this video, there is a link to the corresponding video. The existing method of delaying the first round is universal and seems to be the only one to talk about, but it has certain limitations in both self-help and mutual aid scenarios. Let me list them. At a certain point of tightening, there is a significant resistance to further movement of the tourniquet belt on the buckle. In awkward positions, in a confined space, without the ability to make amplitude movements, it is impossible to tighten the first round. Tightening the tourniquet ring is associated with forced mobility of the injured limb. This is generally undesirable. I propose an alternative technique for delaying the first round. I am sure I will not surprise you. You may remember using something similar. Of course, everything is on the surface. All that remains is to separate it. This technique is especially relevant for mutual aid, but in certain self-help scenarios, the technique will allow you to make the much-needed tight first round more efficiently. The only limitation of this method is that it requires the use of two intact upper limbs. So, we form a tourniquet ring on the upper or lower limb. You can also put a tourniquet already formed into a ring on the upper limb. I'm sure you know this. Holding the tourniquet strap with one hand, centering it on the limb if necessary, rest the fingers of the other hand on the top of the buckle. Pushing the buckle downward, we pull the tourniquet strap upward. Next, we fix the rest of the belt using hybrid Velcro. The main thing is to understand the principle. We push the buckle towards the strap, which we pull upwards or towards us. Again, it depends on the initial location of the tourniquet on the limb and the body of the injured person. This mutually opposing movement ensures high-quality local tightening of the tourniquet ring without excessive mobility of the limb itself. It provides the ability to tighten the first round with limited physical conditions, as well as in awkward positions or confined spaces. We exclude from the process the counteraction on the buckle to the movement of the tourniquet belt. And finally, I wish you to stay alive.